Hey guys, I'm here at the Holy Jim Trailhead here in Cleveland National Forest in Southern California. Now this trail has been closed for a few years. Right now it is late October 2021. This closed down in 2018 when the holy fire started here, which was arson. I coincidentally had just hiked it a few days before, and I've not been here since, but it opened up a couple days ago. The trail has opened up to the falls. You can't go all the way up to Santiago Peak, Saddleback Mountain from here, but in this video, we're going to go check out the trail, see what it's like after the fire. I'll show you what it's like to hike to the falls. And you can see it's raining out. Hopefully there's some water in the falls. Who knows? We'll see what happens when we get there. So let's hit the trail. And if you want to come and do this, I have a full guide on HikingGuy.com where I have maps and information on getting to the trailhead, which is a challenge in itself, and all of that fun stuff. So make sure you check that out. And if you're liking the video, as always, you can click the thumbs up. It helps me out a ton, so thank you. It's an easy way to say thank you for the video. Anyway, let's hit the trail and see what it's like.
All right, so from the trailhead parking, we're just going to go up this little road here. And there's actually a trailhead sign right here. And there's a metal post, which is really great with this welded, whatever it is, TIG welded writing maybe. It's probably wrong. But it points you in the direction of Holy Jim Trail, which is up here. We're going to go through a section where there are a bunch of cabins. And this is actually where the fire started originally. But you can see it's really lush. All of the cabins are still here. I'm sure one or two of them have burnt down, but I didn't see any fire damage in this area, which was interesting. And then you're going to kind of pass through the cabins a little bit, and there are some sections where it's just a trail, and eventually you're going to come to the, I guess this is the official trailhead, where there's the Holy Jim Trailhead sign, and there's a nice cabin up there. If there's any notices, read them, and the fire department has left water out. This was something they used to do as well, and you can leave $1 or $2 in there if you'd like to, but they leave water for people who are not prepared. But if you're watching this, you're going to be prepared and you'll bring water. You can see now we left the road and it is a trail. And if you're familiar with this from before, you're going to pass over Holy Jim Creek a few times back and forth. Usually it's, it's dry, but sometimes there is water there. And here you can see some of the fire damage. I was expecting large portions of the trail to kind of be devastated, but it wasn't that way. There were just a few patches of burnt out areas, and overall the trail was still the trail that I remembered when I did this hike originally. And you can see the trail is pretty easy to follow. It's a single track, and if you look up around you, you will see some fire damage up on the hills. It did spread up here and go up towards Santiago Peak, which I have seen from afar, and that's definitely much worse than this. But here again, you can see here's a patch that got hit with fire, but the stuff around it, or the growth around it, is either under 3 years old or 3 years old, or it is, it has survived. You can see some people left trash there, not too cool. I bring a Ziploc, and I've picked that up on the way back, but, it is what it is. Now, when you get to this point, we're going to make a left and cross over the creek again. It's easy to go past that. So if you go straight and the trail kind of fizzles out, just go back and make the left. And I think this might be a little bit different. There's a little bit of a zigzag down across the stream and back across a few times. So just keep your eyes out. But overall, the trail is definitely well defined and easy to follow. There's not really trail signs along here. But the trail is a trail. You'll never be like on a faint animal track or anything as you continue up here. As we head up, you can see that Holy Jim Creek has some water in it at this point. Now it's raining out, and it rained, I think, a couple days before this as well, so it could just be residual from that. But if you come in the spring, you can expect water. You can see these old trees have survived. There's a nice forest canopy here. It definitely feels very lush when you're going through the canyon here. Really, really beautiful and shaded. Now, when you get to this little downhill section to the creek, we're going to get to the junction where the spur trail for the falls splits off, and we're going to go down. Now we have a little bit of a climb here. If you ever climbed up to Santiago Peak, you would make the left here and start heading uphill. And even though it's not roped off or anything. It is technically closed right now, and this is October of 2021. Hopefully it'll open at some point, but we're going to make the right here to go up to the falls. And you can see there's some fire damage here as you go up. There's also some little, I don't know if I'd call it scrambling, but little rocks to climb over. It can be slippery when it's wet like this, so just be careful. But you're basically going to climb up and over the creek a few times, and after a short while, you're going to arrive at Holy Jim Falls. Now, I've been here many times when it's been dry, but now it's a nice flow going. Don't expect something huge. It's a pretty small waterfall, but it is nice, and it doesn't have sort of a hidden waterfall feel. And then from here, you just turn around and go back the way you came.
So look at that. There's actually water at the falls, which is very cool. It is raining, so it's maybe cheating a bit, but I've been here plenty of times and there's no water, so very exciting. Now, overall, I thought the trail was pretty much exactly the same as I remembered it, maybe a little more overgrown. Obviously, there's some burnt areas, but still very doable. So if you want to do it, definitely head out here. It's all set. It's good to go. And if you are going to come here again, just go to HikingGuy.com, because getting to the trailhead can be a little tricky. You're going to want to prepare and read about that before you head out the door and just start following Google Maps. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you out on the trails.